Hello guys and welcome back to Derp Innovations. It has been way too long and for that I am so sorry, but lately I have just been so busy with a lot of things that I'm not going to get into, just a lot of things in my personal life, school, family, friends, work, just everything lately has been crazy and I just have not found the time or have not been in the mood to record any videos, and I'm so sorry because the subscribers have been flying up, which is nuts. I haven't even checked the exact figure, but last time I checked I think it was 155 subscribers, which is insane. So we've gained like 30 or 40 subs since I uploaded the last video. So I've uploaded no videos and we've increased our subscriber count by like a third. That is nuts. So thank you so much, guys. That is absolutely... excuse me, I just had my lunch. That is absolutely insane. And so yeah, that, you know, let's forget about that. Videos are back now. We're not going anywhere. That's not to say that, you know, a break like this won't happen again. There might be occasions where there's no videos for a week or two or something like that. It's just because of the way I live my life. I have a lot of other stuff going on. I'm quite a busy person. I don't want to make myself sound like a cocky git. I'm just saying that, you know, I do a lot of other stuff, and YouTubing is unfortunately not my job, it's just a hobby. So yeah, but anyway, as you can see in the background, Mad Max. This game just came out 1st of September, so a few days ago, and bloody hell, this game is amazing. Absolutely amazing, and I just wanted to share it with you guys because of course I wanted to make an update video to say, you know, we're back, we're not going anywhere, whatever, and I actually made one while playing Battlefield 4, and for some reason I just didn't get around to uploading it and I didn't like it or something, and then, you know, a week later Mad Max came out, and I'm in love with this game, and I thought, right, you know, I got to make a video. This is just, it's so awesome, this game. I'm not going to do a review, I'm just going to, you know, talk, as I'm just sitting in front of my mic watching my footage now, and I'm just going to tell you a little about the game, you know, as the first video back, because I don't know what else to do at the moment, and I just wanted to showcase this incredible game. If you haven't seen it, I'm sure a lot of you have seen it, but it is very good. This is all played on PC, of course, because PC Master Race, and this is not related to the film Mad Max Fury Road, which came out in May, although that is a fantastic movie, one of my favourites, recommend watching that, but it's not related to that in any real way. Like, it's the same universe, but like it's almost like a parallel universe, because the stories, they're kind of same characters and things like that, and the universe is the same, but it's a completely different story. It's like the story in the movie never happened, and this is just a different, you know, it happened in a different way, something like that. But it is very cool, and I'm going to go through why. Anyway, firstly, it's made by Avalanche Studios, who, if you don't know, are the same people that make Just Cause, and of course Just Cause 3 is coming out soon, so this is probably what you can kind of expect in terms of graphics and things like that, and sound design, which is all good. So yeah, it's, you know, very good from that sort of chaotic blow everything up aspect, because Just Cause was amazing at that. And then it's published by Warner Brothers Studios, I think, and they're the ones who did like all the Batman games. So the combat, hand-to-hand combat in this is quite similar, I'm told, to the Batman games. I've never played the Batman games. But I do love the combat in this, but I'll come back to that later. Anyway, firstly, this game is gorgeous. It is very pretty. And it runs, I'm running it on max settings on my PC. You know, and I'm not, you know, my PC's not super high-end. It's fairly high-end, but it's not, you know, it's not crazy. Like, I've heard a lot of people have been running this on the highest settings with pretty, you know, pretty normal rigs. Which is awesome to hear, and it is very well, you know, what's it called? It's a very good port. I haven't had many issues at all, no bugs. I mean, there are one or two bugs, but you know, they're things you'd expect to find in any games, just very tiny graphical things here and there. which, you know, I'm not fussed about. They're just very, very tiny things you get every now and then. It's nothing major. There's nothing major. There's nothing game-breaking. The game runs very smoothly, 60 frames for me, max settings. It is gorgeous. And on top of that, the sound design is fantastic. The sound design is amazing. And yes, I am just going to praise this game for this whole video. So if you're watching this and you don't like this game, you're probably not going to like me very much, because I love this game. Can you tell? The sound design is fantastic. You know, things like explosions and engine noises are just done so well, and they're so crisp. Like, if you've got a good headset, I use a Razer Blackshark, for example, it's just, the sounds are just ear-gasming, if that's a thing. They are so nice to listen to. And in a way similar to Just Cause 2, like the explosions and things like that were done really well, at least for its time, and now this is just incredible. The sound in this is incredible. It's very immersive, and you just, it's very good. It's one of those things that's difficult to describe without playing it, but, you know, I love it. Absolutely love it. And then, you know, okay, next there's a lot to do in this game, like a lot, but I kind of like it because it's not like overwhelming. It's not like it's a ridiculous amount that, like, the only way you'd ever do all of it is if you're, you know, a guy who's a completionist and wants to 100% the game. Like, there's so much to do, but it's not kind of intimidating to people who don't have the time to do it all, for example. But it kind of encourages you to play the game. If this makes any sense, I don't know. Excuse me. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot to do, and what I really like is, I mean, I'm trying to think of an example. Let's compare it to, say, like, Far Cry. In Far Cry 3 and Far Cry 4, you get, like, the outposts you have to liberate, and the radio towers, for example. Like, the radio towers unlock or sort of reveal new areas of the map. The equivalent to that in this game would be hot air balloons. There are hot air balloons around where you can go up and it will reveal new locations on the map, like new camps and new bases and things like that, but they're not, like, necessary to find those. It's not like Far Cry where the map is just covered up. It's just the hot air balloons are just a quick way of going up and just viewing, like, an area, and it will reveal everything in that area for you. So that's the sort of radio towers. And then there is, the thing that I love is that there's so many different types of camps and bases and things like that. One thing that bugs me about Far Cry was that there was just one type of camp you could go and capture, and they're all like a fairly similar layout. For those of you that have played it, you'll know what I mean. They're all like a fairly similar layout. And there was like 20 of those, or 30 or 40 or something like that. Not a huge amount in the map. Whereas this map is ridiculously big. And there are like 3 or 4 different types of camps all over the place, and there are lots of those camps, and there's different, yeah, I mean, like, I'll show you different footage here in the background now. I mean, like, for example, there are Top Dog camps. I think I have footage of one of those. The Top Dog camps, and there's like 7 or 8 of those, I think, across the map, like 1 for each region. And those are these sort of faction leaders which you have to go and kill, and then each one unlocks a paint job for your car. For some reason, that's just the way it is. That's just the unlock you get from them. But yeah, there's these big leaders, and they're sort of like boss battles, which I love. Like, I haven't had a proper boss battle in a game for so long. Like, I know there are a lot of games that have done that, or there are a lot of games out there that do boss battles still, but, you know, the games that I've played lately, I haven't had that kind of boss battle type thing, and I love it. It's that sort of, it reminds me of the sort of PS2 Xbox, original Xbox era, where gaming was about gaming and not microtransactions and being online on all the time and all that crap that's horrible these days. Like, this game just wants you to have fun, and it's brilliant. It's so brilliant. So yeah, there are Top Dog camps where you have to go take out this boss, and then you unlock a paint job for your car. There's like 7 or 8 of those. And then there are also like normal outposts. These are the ones, I can't remember the exact names of all of them, so I'm probably going to get them all wrong. But there are like normal outposts which you can go take over. In fact, normally when you go to those, you don't take them over, you sort of join up with the leader of them, and they let you into their camp. And at those ones, you can, you know, like modify your car. You can do some really cool things, like you can upgrade these bases, so you can get things like a fuel supply, an ammo depot, but you have to go and find the parts to build these things in the world, and you have to do this for each individual base. It's not like you do it for one base and it covers, you know, you unlock the ammo depot for one base and it will cover all of the bases in the map. It's not how it works. You have to do it individually for every single base, which I think is brilliant. And it's all like the parts are always unique, like they're in different places every single time. Another really cool thing you can get for your kind of, you know, outpost is a thing which, I think I have footage of me going to get the parts for it, but you can get a thing which you do need to be online for, but it's not an online game. But anyway, it's a thing where where your kind of people, your allies, will collect scrap for you, and scrap is the in-game currency, by the way. They will collect scrap for you while you're not playing the game. So right now, I'm not playing the game. My computer is in sleep mode. I'm just recording this, and they will be collecting scrap for me. I will go back on later, and I will have more scrap. How cool is that? I'm sure other games have done that before, but this is cool. I'm excited. So yeah. And then, you know, there are other types of camps and things, smaller ones. There are sort of regular camps. There are bases where there are sort of looting spots, which are just, there's all kinds of different things to go and find and explore. There's bits underground, there's massive shipwrecks, it's so much. And the thing is, the game world is a massive desert, okay? So you'd think it would be dull, it's just a massive, no, it's actually really interesting. It really, in a weird way, I mean, it's done so well, and I haven't been this excited about a video game for so long. Like, there have been a lot of good video games out lately, but this just feels new. Like, it hasn't brought many new mechanics, but it feels like the developers really went, they've just made it as fun as possible. There's no compromises. There's nothing about this game where I've said, oh, I wish you could do this, or it would be nice for more of this. It's just, everything just feels like the right amount, and it's so nice. Another thing, the car customization is awesome. I, in real life, am a huge petrol head. For those of you who don't know what a petrol head is, basically, I love cars. I love cars to bits. It's my biggest passion, probably, actually, is cars. And I adored the Mad Max film when it came out in May. The fact that you can now customize your own Mad Max style car in this game is insane. It's called the Magnum Opus in this game. Which is the name for your car, and you have this sort of guy who sits in the back of your car called Chumbucket. I probably should have explained this all at the start of the video. There's probably people who don't have a clue what half this stuff is, but I'm not scripting. This isn't scripted, I'm just blurting out words. Yeah, the guy in the back, he's got a Blackfinger, which I think is the Mad Max sort of lingo for a mechanic, and you meet him at the start of the game, and he travels around. He travels around with you everywhere you go. He's the one that modifies your car for you if you buy new parts. He fixes your car when you're not using it, and he'll bring your car to you if you're far away from it. Like the only example I can think of is Red Dead Redemption, where you could whistle for your horse and it would just come to you no matter how far away it was. There's the same thing. You can fire a flare gun and he'll bring your He'll bring your car to you. Currently, I think I'll upgrade the car a bit in the video. I'll show some customization, but the body, like, you can change the body, you can change the armor, you can change the bumper, you can change the wheels, you can add all kinds of kind of spikes, side burners, which are like flamethrowers that shoot out the side. You can change the engine. You can have a V6 and a V8 engine with multiple upgrades. You can change like they're just basically, they just call them like a big V8, massive V8, like they just have generic names for them, but you know, it changes from like a single carb to a twin carb, to, you know, different types. There's, yeah, lots of different types of engines. You can have a big blower on your V8 if you want. I haven't unlocked the V8 yet because I have to get to Gastown, which is like the capital, kind of, think of it as that. You have to get to Gastown to unlock the V8, which I haven't got to yet. I don't know how close I am. So I've got a V6 in my engine, V6 engine in my car at the moment, which is weird because it sounds like a V8, which is one of the small things that bugs me about this game. The V6 sounds like a massive roaring V8 to anyone who knows their cars, which really bugs me, but it sounds incredible. The engine sounds are glorious. Anyone who appreciates a nice engine noise will love it. And you can change, did I say body? You can change the body shape, you can change the car colour as well, you can add decals, you can add hood ornaments, you can add, there's a harpoon, which is like the main weapon for the vehicle, which is fired by Chum Bucket. You can add upgrades for that. You get a Thunderpoon, which is like an explosive harpoon, which I've just unlocked. You can upgrade suspension, like you can lift your car, like raise it, I mean. What else? I can't think of much else. But yeah, there's a lot of other things I've missed out. And it's so cool, like, all the cars you saw in the Mad Max film, like, you can do all those crazy things that they had on them, pretty much. The car body I've got on mine is called the Ripper. It was a pre-order bonus. And basically I think I haven't, like, because I'm not that far into the game, but at the moment I've only got like 5 or 6 bodies I can choose from, and I think for your specific car, like your main character's car, you can only choose 5 or 6 bodies, and then there's all the other stuff I mentioned you can add on. You can change so much. And you know, you can choose to have like a lightweight speed build, or you can have like a big heavy armor, you know, really big armor and really big bull bars on the front to ram things if you wanted, but that would be slower, for example. But then there's like 30 or 40 cars to collect as well in the world. Like, if you can get into any of the cars you see, pretty much. If you get chased by someone, you can steal their car and you could take it back to your base, and then when you take it back to your base, it will be added to your car like collection, and you can just, you know, you can have one of every car, so you can have loads of cars. But I don't know if for the main story you have to use your own car, because I haven't like bothered to use any others. So I don't know, and I don't know if you can customize other cars like the ones you collect. I haven't like explored it fully, but it's awesome, trust me. There are also things called scrapulances, if I'm saying that correctly. You know, sort of play on the word ambulance, which are like these things you see driving around the world, which if you hijack and take back to your base, you get like 500 scrap, which is a lot. There are also convoys, the red marks on the map, the red sort of dotted lines, those are convoy routes. You get hood ornaments for destroying those, and there's all kinds of like random encounters like you would get in Far Cry or something like that. You know, you get attacked regularly, and again, it's like Far Cry in that you can lower the risk level in an area, so the more outposts and things you take out, the less likely you are to get attacked in that area. There's also things called scarecrows, which are these big sort of, they look like a totemy pole type thing, which are supposed to, you know, intimidate people in the land, and if you tear those down as well, you get scrap and you reduce the threat level in an area. What else? There's also sandstorms. There's massive sandstorms, not that kind of sandstorm, like the bad kind of sandstorm, which I don't have footage of, sadly, because they are completely random in the game. They're not controlled by any factor, they're just completely random, and I didn't get any footage of it in the sort of 3 hours I played with this while recording here. So yeah, but you get sandstorms, which if you stay out in, at the moment anyway, for me, they like kill me within 30 seconds. They just do really big damage. I don't know if you have like max armor, whether you can stay out, because I know that if you go out in a sandstorm, you can get a ridiculous amount of scrap. Like, you get a much higher chance of finding scrap. So I don't know if you need like higher armor for that, because at the moment I tried staying out in a sandstorm and I died in about a minute, if that. What else is there? There's also water. Water is your health source, so you have a little water canteen thing. There are water source. That's the other. You know, forget that. Well, don't forget that. But I suck at this. But the other thing is that there's like a survival element to this game. You need food and water to regenerate your health. There's no like regenerating your health other than drinking water and eating food. You can't carry food, you can just find food and eat it there on the spot. Water, you get a canteen. You can see it on the bottom right of my minimap, there's that blue circle. That is my water canteen. If I drink that, it uses up water, but I gain health, and then you have to find places to refill that water. Fuel is another thing. This is something that I've never really seen done in a game, is having to conserve fuel. You actually do need to conserve fuel in this. If you run out of fuel, you don't just stop, your car just goes very slowly, so you can't really get stuck, you know. You can't drive out in the middle of nowhere and get screwed because you don't have any fuel. You can carry one extra jerry can in the back of your car. Yeah, and but fuel isn't a major issue. Like, I haven't had to worry about fuel at all. But you still do need to sort of worry about these things and look for them, and I love that. It's not crazy hardcore survival that it kind of makes it so hard that you're not enjoying the game, but it's still on the back of your mind, so that you're not just running through the game like it's way too easy. Another thing, hand-to-hand combat. The combat in this is mostly like fist fighting. You do get a shotgun. That's like a shotgun and a sniper. Those are like the only two, at least so far, the only two weapons you get like on foot. You get a harpoon and the thunderpoon and flamethrowers and things on your car as well, but on foot it's a shotgun and a sniper. Excuse me, I'm just going to plug my laptop charger in because otherwise I'm going to get cut off from this recording. Right, I'm back. Yeah, so I love the hand-to-hand combat in this. It's quite simple, you know, you just need to click the mouse at the right time. And some people have said it's too simplistic and too easy, but I've played this game 6 hours now and I still love it. The hand-to-hand combat feels so badass. Like, you know all those awesome kind of fist-fighting scenes in, like, the Batman movies that were just so awesome to watch between, like, Batman and Bane and things like that? It's got that sort of feeling, and the same in the Mad Max movie. There are a lot of awesome fight scenes, and this just gives you that same, like, feeling, that awesome, badass feeling you get from watching films like that. It's just... oh, I mean, like, the first few times I was in hand-to-hand combat in this game, I squealed like a girl out of excitement, because I was just, like, I was giggling. It's so cool. So cool. I like this game a lot. And there's, like I've said, there's so much to do. I'm 6 hours in, and I barely scratched the surface. I don't know what else to mention. Other things that you can find around the world, I can't speak, I sound like Jonathan Wass. Is sniper towers, a bit like the scarecrow things I mentioned, the totem pole things. You can find sniper towers, you destroy those, you reduce threat. Snipers are quite deadly. Like, if you stay still anywhere within the range of a sniper, you will get shot and killed pretty quickly. Like, even if you're in a car, you're gonna get attacked, so you need to watch out. Taking out bases, there's no stealth in this game. It's not about stealth. This is a sort of very Just Cause style, you know, guns blazing, blow up everything you can kind of thing, but it's awesome and it suits it very well. So yeah, there's no stealth. It's you basically got to go. There are different ways to attack camps. You don't have to just go through the front door, guns blazing, you know, everything like that. You know, you can actually find people. There are often people near camps you can go and talk to, or give you intel and tell you, like, oh, there's a secret entrance underneath this base, and things like that. Or they'll tell you the weakness for the boss in that particular base, for example. And then, you know, that'll help you out, so you can take the back way in just to get a slight edge, so you don't get attacked by loads of people like I am here. I'll probably put some footage of that happening, because that happened a few times. I went into a few camps and bit off more than I could chew, as they say, and got attacked pretty badly. I've heard quite a lot of people saying this game is too easy, which I find surprising. It may be because I don't think it's particularly difficult, but I wouldn't call it too easy. Maybe that's because I'm kind of taking things head on a bit, and I like just, you know, bursting into camps and fighting as many war boys as I can. The sort of pale people are called war boys, by the way. So yeah, but some people have said it's too easy. I don't find it too easy at all. I think it's sort of just right. You know, I have died a few times, but it's not frustrating, but it's not kind of boring. So yeah, I don't know what else to mention now. Like I've said, I've already mentioned car customization, but one thing I love is the sort of unlock system, because everything you kind of do, you know, will unlock something for you, whether that's just scrap or obviously the main focus is customization for your car. It's really nice to have the car as like the central feature of the game. It's a really, really cool thing, because I can't think of many games that have done that. It's like, you know, there are racing games and there are things like GTA where there are cars, but they're never central, and you never really stick with one car for the whole time, whereas in this, like, your car is also kind of your main character. It's part of your, it's, you know, it is one with your character. It sounds a bit cliche and cheesy, but it is true. And you have to upgrade it to be able to continue the game, but it's not, it doesn't send you down a path. You know, you have some freedom to customize it in the way you want and make it your car, which is really, really cool. Yeah, other thing, speaking of the survival aspect, another thing is the ammo is actually very scarce, which I love. Like, at the moment, I haven't upgraded my ammo belt at all, I don't think. So I can only carry like 2 or 3 shotgun shells at a time or something. Yeah, ammo is quite difficult to come by. But it's not necessary. Like, I heard someone, or I read someone in a review saying that the shotgun is more... Think of the shotgun as more of a power attack than a standard attack. It's like a special ability almost, you know. Use it in special occasions, sort of thing. You can also upgrade the shotgun, so at the moment mine's just a single barrel sawn off thing, but you can upgrade it so it's double barrel, you can upgrade all kinds of things. And that's another thing, you can customize Max as well, your character. You can customize his appearance and his sort of fighting abilities. There's also a skill tree system, which is, it's difficult to explain, but I won't go into it. Yeah, there's a skill tree system basically, but this game, believe me, is fantastic, guys. It is fantastic. I don't know what else to mention. I absolutely adore this game. I had doubts about this game. You know, I was thinking movie tie-in kind of thing. It's not really a movie tie-in though. It's just a it's just more of a coincidence that this and the movie came out at the same time. It's really, it's not like a cheesy movie tie-in. It's a standalone game. You don't need to see the movies or know the story of the movies to know this game, anything like that. You know, the movie, although the new Mad Max movie is fantastic, you don't need to see it to be able to play this game. This game is fantastic, and like I said, or I think I said, I had doubts about this game. I was like, you know, movie tie-in, is that really, you know, is this going to be cheesy? And, you know, I just couldn't see it working, okay? And then, you know, reviews started coming in, gameplay started coming, and I was like, this looks pretty cool. And now that I've played it, seriously, this is one of the best games I've ever played. And it is one of the best games of the year, and I think this game is... I hope it's gonna, you know, get the credit it deserves, because it is so good. So good. And especially if you're waiting for games like Fallout 4 or Just Cause 3, this is a really good game to keep you busy, guys. It is so good, because I think if you like Just Cause 3 and Fallout 4, for example, which are 2 massive games coming out soon, you will love this. It is so good. I can't, you know, and there are things I haven't mentioned in this video, but I'm on 27 minutes now. This video is extremely long. I could talk for hours on this game. Go and play it. It is amazing. If you can't afford to pay the full Steam price, you can check out the link in the description below for our G2A page, and you can buy it off there, I think, for a lot less, up to half price, I believe. But it is really, really worth a look, this game, guys. If this is your sort of thing, if watching this video has got you excited, do it. Buy it. This game is so good. So good. So good. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, guys. I will see you in the next video.